Wow, how the mighty have fallen. Just 2 weeks from my return to Twitch, 9 people show up. Yay! This is a little bit more in line with what I expected. Hello! Hi, guys. Happy, what is today? Thursday? Happy Thursday. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I am going to be here for a couple of hours, depending on how my headache shakes out. I've been battling a headache all day, and it has sucked and put me in a shitty mood, and I was looking forward to this stream, and 9 people show up. Woo! All right. Well, we're gonna suffer through this anyway. We're gonna power through the headache. We're at least gonna get a few hours of FF14 in. May switch over to Fallout 76, considering they just started their double score weekend, and I have been slacking off on doing all things score related. In fact, I've barely logged into to Fallout 76. It's only been when I've been streaming. I think I made a push to finish some of the weekly challenges last week, but other than that, man, most I'm going to be honest. Most wow. Okay, thank you, microphone. Behave, please. I'm going to be honest. Most of my time this week has been spent working. It's been there's been a lot of work to do, and then also been playing some WWE 2K19 and continuing on my massive mod project. If you want to see more of that, you can check that out over at the One Fall Show YouTube channel. Yeah, hard slot. It's nothing that I can control. The mixer that has been in the studio has been here for a while, so it does that. What's going on, Krusty Crad? How you doing? Let's take a look who's in chat and say what up. Let's see. We've got Baku, Evil Lives, Cargo Crab Colin, Lloyd's hanging out, Dolvik is hanging out, Heart Slot, of course, Krusty Krab as well. Anyway, guys, so yeah, let's pop open the game here. I just want to make sure, first of all, that everything is working, because last time when I tried this, when I streamed, it took me like 25 fucking minutes to get my webcam and my capture card sorted out because of a Windows update. That's always fun. But it looks like we have game. I think we're looking pretty good here, guys. So that's good news. All right, where did we leave off? We left off. We had just gotten to, what is this place called again? The Rak'tika Greatwood. That's right. Dude, Baku, right? Windows updates are the worst. There's only one time I've had a Windows update where on the other side of it I was like, yeah, okay, that was worth it. And that was when they added the option to shut down without updating, because I yelled at them on Twitter. And now that option is there. I don't know if it was because I yelled at them on Twitter. I'd like to think so. But in the last update, they included that. So I appreciate that for when I'm at work and I'm like, I don't want to sit here for 40 minutes and wait for this goddamn update to download. Krusty Krad, I'm doing good. Looking forward to the takeover this Sunday. Hope you're doing good. I am also looking forward to takeover, though I have not watched NXT's Go Home show yet. I understand that there has been more sort of face-like activities from Kyle O'Reilly, and that my prediction from this week's One Fall show that the Undisputed Era is in for a split or a civil war, I think is definitely coming up, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm really excited about that. I love those guys. I've loved what they've done with the Undisputed Era, but it feels like that whole storyline has now kind of come to a close. So I'm really excited to see what they can do kind of like working amongst themselves. So that's going to be really cool. Let's see, Windows XP to Windows 7 was the only Windows update I didn't have issues with. That's fair. I don't remember that one. I think that one was forced upon me on one of my systems. Yeah, and I like that. Colin O'Reilly is a good kind of contrast up against Fish and Strong. And, Strong just had his babyface run, what was that, in like 2017, 2018, until he joined up with the Undisputed Era. So, like, I'm really glad that they didn't put him on the face side of that split, because I think he works babyface a little bit too easily. Let's see, Lloyd says, I'd be more okay with them if it wasn't every goddamn 2 weeks and it didn't fuck with my audio settings. Right? It's always the fucking audio settings. And there's one audio setting in particular that every Windows update always fucks up. And it's a setting that where my sound card can split the two outputs, the sort of like the front headphone jack and the rear speaker jack, right? Like they can operate independently as two completely separate sound outputs. So, like, for example, when I want to route sound to my mixer, I use the speaker output. But if I want to use, if I want to just use the speakers in the room, I use my headphone output, and it always merges them back into one input, and I have to spend 40 minutes going, where is that setting? Like, how do I split them up again? It drives me fucking crazy every fucking time. Yeah, it does reset a lot of drivers. Yep. Yeah, O'Reilly with the belt I'd like to see, but I don't think it's going to happen versus Finn Balor. I mean, Balor literally just picked up the title, so I think it's pretty obvious that Kyle's not going to win, especially because, because of the face turn. It makes him a much more sympathetic babyface if he puts up a really good fight, but ultimately is overcome. Or if Finn has to cheat to win, that'll put him over big. Nice. So I will have to look at getting a GTX card whenever I update my stuff, because I'm not sure that I have a GTX card. At least not right now. All right. Anyway, okay, let's pop it up. Oh, it is on the game. All right. Well, let's get rid of the music here, and we'll quit Chinjon. And there we go. I think I have a 1080. I'm not sure. It might be a 1060. It's been a long time since I've checked. All right. Oh, Jesus Christ. La-Hee scared the shit out of me. All right. Let's talk to Y'shtola. You've been busy since arriving in the first, I gather, but I would hear the tale of your travels in more suitable surroundings. With Fort gone yet to be rebuilt, the Knights Blessed have made their home in a settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate, and you will find me soon enough. What up, Dark Flux? By the way, I want to remind everyone, around 9 o'clock, 9:30, I'm going to be switching over to Fallout 76. If you own Fallout 76, or even if you just happen to be a PC Xbox Game Pass subscriber, it's free on there. So if you'd like to, I'm going to be hopping in Discord and playing with people on Discord through the stream. If you want to join us, by the way, to join the Discord, you can just hit exclamation Discord in the chat. The link will be provided to you. Yeah, all you got to do is download Fallout 76. There you are. I was beginning to worry, much like the 12s would. This forest has a way of dealing those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed. Right on. Okay. Yeah, I'm not totally sure if I'm gonna go the route of like making it myself or buying a pre-built. Right now, I'm leaning towards a pre-built if I have the budget for it. Which, by the way, I just want to mention that any donations, bits, or subs that are coming in while I'm streaming are going to be applied towards the purchase of a new computer so that the stream can look lovely and in HD instead of the 480 mess that it is right now. I do apologize for the quality of the stream. I know it's not great. Just know that I'm working on it, and with your support, we're gonna get that sooner than later. So, yeah, just tossing that out there.
Thitherbow is the largest of the blessed settlements. They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood. I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are a simple people. Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come.
Yeah, I haven't priced anything out or started shopping for anything just yet, so.
I see.
Right on.
And now you seek the Light Warden of Rak'tika. In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own.
How the fuck did she say penchant? Did she say penchant? Ugh.
My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I have come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings and suffer no trespasser to escape. Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Mayhap the warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet, I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me.
It's a good question, Lloyd.
It would take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested.
Unmolested.
The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
Gross.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city?
Jesus.
Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Ishtola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd. But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
Damn.
He understands that I'm not the same, that I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life. But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
Sort of feels like everyone's calling Thancred a creep, which I don't disagree with. I'm not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. I can but imagine how Alice and Alphino have changed since arriving here in the first. Whatever. Sai, you're right, and after my untoward remarks to Thancred, no doubt he thinks I changed for the worst. I will have to speak with him later. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin to work on deciphering this tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should go look about Slitherbow. If there's anything you need, pray speak with Runar at the plaza. What did he do creepy in 1.0? I don't remember. I mostly just don't remember 1.0. Welcome, friend. Welcome. My apologies for our less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me what is your name? From where do you hail? From the Crystarium, I see. And this tablet you've brought may help us find the Light Warden here in Rak'tika. Well, you are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. In Philly asking if it would be alright if she joined us. Of course, anything for the guests of our dear Master Matoya. Thank you. She means a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may have all perished in the Great Fire. With our priests slain and our home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance, we were able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure here in our community, a great oak within whose shadow may have come to find solace. That is not to say that there were not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is the smile in her eyes when she speaks of the sunless sea. I feel whole again now that she is with us, and I have no doubt. The others feel the same. She is as much a part of the Knights Blessed as any of us. We are grateful for all she does in the service to the dark. But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now you should know that there are certain customs that we ask our guests to adhere to so long as they reside within Slitherbow. To show reverence to the dark? In a word, yes, but fear not, it's not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. Should you see any of our people come to this chamber, they have likely returned from a journey beyond the borders of Rak'tika. We use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. Simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but one of our most important. Would you two kneel for just a moment that I might rid you of the light's impurity? I mean, for a while, that seemed to be their business plan, was to license out engines for different shit. And with that, you've been cleansed of the light's blighted touch. How do you feel? I'm not sure, to be honest. Not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated in some way? Only blessed by our priests. They are practiced in arcane arts. As such, it is said that their prayers imbue the water with a faint, dark energy. So no, it hasn't been treated. Prickling sensation. No one has ever spoke of such a reaction before. I wouldn't say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange. The dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effect, unless... By the gods, Master Matoya was right. You are sin eaters. I jest. What you felt is likely no more than the chill of the water. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourselves with the people of Slitherbow. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Alintuta, in the language of Ranka, it is one of several ways one might say good evening. The word is not as safe as it once was, and this greeting lets us quickly discern friend from foe. The world? I think the world. I think I said word. Yeah, that's probably more accurate, is that I wouldn't be surprised if I just drank sewer water. Is there a handshake or gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone. You need not worry. Merely speak the words Alintuta, and they will know you as a friend of the blessed. That's just the E. coli. I will await your return here. Now go. They are likely to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. Okay, she just smiled at me, so... Ellen Chisai, welcome, friend. I take it you will remain in these woods for some time, yes? Be wary of these woods. You will find poison in near everything you see. But fear not, our medicinal tea will keep you healthy. Ask, and it is yours. Newly come traveler, Alan Chisai. Welcome to Slitherbow. You must forgive us if we seem reserved. We are quiet and taciturn people, silent and serene as the sunless sea. The quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of sin eaters and other dangers here in the wood. Hope you guys are doing well on this Thursday. I wish I had something really interesting going on for the weekend that I could tell you about. I've got something really interesting going on tomorrow that I can't tell you about. But I can tell you about this. I will be appearing on She Heals I Tank tomorrow. What time did they say that was at? I forgot. Hang on. I want to give the right time, so give me a second here. 6 p.m. Pacific, so about 9 o'clock. So make sure you check out my appearance on She Heals, I Tank. I am going to be talking shit. No, I'm kidding. I have no idea what they're going to ask me about, but it might be this. It might be what I think of Shadowbringers. I don't know. Anyway, make sure you check that out tomorrow over at the She Heals, I Tank Twitch channel. I'm assuming. I think it's live. So yeah, make sure you check that out. That'll be tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific. Minfilia says, everyone was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but already I'm starting to feel at home. There's still so much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see now that they've built such a thriving community. Level up! Level 75, guys. Look at that shit. Oh, you are returned. Very good. No doubt they were glad of your company. It's been too long since we've had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions or there's anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodgings for your stay. As friends of Master Matoya, we cannot ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend a hand, I'd rather not. I'm just being honest. Yeah. Come now, it's but a single task. As a reward, I will give you an extra helping of my famous stew at dinner. All I ask is that you take a jug of water to the crops in the square. Minfilia asks if she can help too. Of course, one of you can do the filling, the other can do the watering. Speak with Ursabel when you have finished. She will be relieved to hear that the crops have been tended to. While you take care of that, I will see to your room and warm meal. Right then, I'll fill, you water. This was the only jug I could find which was small enough to lift, but I'm afraid that there's a crack at the bottom. You'll need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out. Take the jug to the square before the contents leak out. You will have 45 seconds to complete the task, blah, blah, blah. Okay, all right. Can't sprint? Jesus. I hate fucking busy work. God damn. Why do quest designers think that this is like good quest design? Like seriously. Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Have you need of something? Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, like, I understand the purpose of MMO busy work from like a game design standpoint, but like from a storytelling standpoint, this is bone dry and fucking boring. And you know, like, and they even make fun of it later, like, oh, I had to get ingredients to bake a cake. Like, fuck, if it's stupid, don't do it. If it's so stupid that you think, oh, maybe I'll be able to make fun of this later, don't fucking do it. Why do it in the first fucking place? You watered the crops? My apologies for not noticing sooner. I've been rather distracted of late. Watering these crops was always Tadia's duty, but she's no longer with us. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You are most kind. Minfilia asks if there's anything else that we can do to help. We could plan something if you like. There's no need. The plot is small, but it is true. It provides us with enough to survive. We ask for no more. I don't know how you manage. Have the blessed not considered leaving? Life would surely be easier almost anywhere else. I can understand why you might say that, but the easiest path is not always the right one. Tell me, do you know of our history? Do you know how our faith came to be? Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Rak'tika Greatwood. I see you've read your history, but there's a history that is told and one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything: their homes, their loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those lost to the flood when their bodies were reborn as sin eaters. The people were without answers, without hope. Their gods have drowned along with everything else. It seemed that there was nothing beyond the reach of the light. But soon they realized that... Sorry, hang on. I want to see what the notification is. Appreciate the host, I think it was? Yes, thank you, Chuck, for the host. Much appreciated. But soon they realized where there is light, there must be darkness. And in that truth, they found new faith, a belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond these burning skies in the sunless sea above. That's why we pray for the safe passage of wayward souls unto the blessed black abyss, for the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom's heaven with our own eyes. We remain in these woods for the selfsame reason our founders first chose them, that we may lead lives of simplicity, with the shade of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. With so many seeking paradise in Yulmore, it's refreshing to find people who value a humbler existence. You're kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, so it must seem to them those who yet cling to their worldly possessions. In times such as these, when everything can be taken in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It's not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy that they have left us. This we must do for them, our children, and generations yet unborn, to keep their legacy alive. I mean, I guess Dark Flux, that makes a little bit more sense than, in Eorzea, where everyone knows that you're the Warrior of Light. I'll grant you that. I don't know. It just seems like it's a constant recurring theme that never has a good payoff. It's just padding. It's just boring. And I'm getting a little bit fucking tired of it. Again, because it's like every place that we go, we have to, like, tour the city. And, I just feel like this could have been presented a little bit different, like, between each one of the cities, to make it feel not so monotonous. Oh, good. More work to be done. Fuck. Done tending to the crops already? Very good. It should not be long before your room is ready. Runar. In the woods, sin eaters. I fear they may have the touch. Where? In the grove to the southwest. For a mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Slitherbough. Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that that no one is to set foot outside the village until they've moved on. But, sir, what of Tadia's hearthstone? It must be retrieved before the service. Of all the times for sin eaters to appear, are you just going to leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beast down. But if they indeed have the touch, I will not risk them corrupting one of our own. What is it you said about a stone? A few days past, Tadia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste, we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her hearthstone. I'm sorry, I'm just so used to hearthstone. Her heartstone. All of the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It's the most valuable possession one can own. It is custom to present the heartstone of the deceased at their funeral as an offering to the heavens. But now, what if I could find it for you? That would, Dark Flux, that would be legitimately pretty funny. I have experience fighting Sin Eaters, and the light's corruption does not touch me like it does others. Master Matoya called you Minfilia, did she not? Are you truly the Minfilia, descended from the Oracle? Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the Blessed. I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need and I can help. Please let me do this. Very well, but if the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service. I nearly forgot about Thancred. What if he returns before I do? Don't worry, I'll come with you, whatever. Thank you. With you at my side, I'm certain that we can deal with them in no time at all. Go swiftly, and may the shadows keep you safe. Okay, so let me get this straight. So there was a kid who died by Sin Eaters, and when they died, they dropped their heart stone, right? Which is used in a funeral service. So this is all religious nonsense. Like, I have to go fight fucking sin eaters because why? Like, what actually happens if this heartstone isn't returned to this dead body? Nothing. Nothing will happen. I mean, listen, if it's a crystal of power or some shit like that, no, this is just, it's a fucking necklace that the kid dropped when it died. It's just, fuck. Don't send me on errands, especially for your religious goddamn nonsense. Fuck's sake. We need this for the funeral. No, you don't. You just throw the body in the ground. Funeral done. Yo, what's going on, Blade? How you doing? Blade, as far as I know, everyone is doing very well. So let's see. Callie and Robbie are still working with Checkpoint. Nika and Juxta both have their kids and are continue to be doing very well. So yeah, it seems like everyone's doing pretty okay. It's done, though I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time, I promise. I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we have to find that Heartstone. They said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over there in the bush. There seems to be no trace of the Heartstone. Ah, for fuck's sake. Where the fuck is this thing? No trace of the Heartstone. Great. Anyone get excited by that Smash Brothers announcement? Because I did not. Not that I play a ton of Smash Brothers, but... Did you have any luck? It's beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Thancred always said that you were a man of many talents, and I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. I have much to learn if I'm to be even half the hero you are. The hero she was. I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. We should hurry back to Slitherbow. Runar and the others are probably worried. That's true. At least it wasn't another Fire Emblem character. I will give you that. I think his name is Minecraft Steve. It's, I think, the protagonist from Minecraft stuff. Where is this music from? Like, I recognize this music from somewhere, but is it 11? Ah, 1.0 Shroud. Thank you. I'm like, I know I recognize this from somewhere. Runar says, thank goodness you are safe. I had begun to fear the worst. Here you go. Here's your stupid religion rock. By all that is dark, you found it. We can proceed with her service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but also to guide our spirits unto the sunless sea in the hereafter. Even should we be felled by sin eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the blessed. I must insist that you and your friends attend Todia's service as honored guests. Why would we do that? Who? Yes. Runar, I really want to go to this child's funeral that I didn't know. That seems wildly inappropriate. There is still much we must do to prepare, but please go and inform the others. It will be held in the darker. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings. Aniero and I learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away, and we helped them recover a lost heirloom out in the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. There were sin eaters, and as long as he accompanied you, but do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse. How did you? Let's just say a little bird told me, and it's telling me now that Aniero has business with us. Is something the matter? They've asked us to attend the service. That's weird. Why would we do that? Of course we'll go. It's being held in the darker, is it? We'll take care not to be late, I promise. The elderly woman hands you a candle. She then points over at a nearby corner where you might place it. Hey, what's going on, cats? How you doing? Yeah, that was a 1.0 track.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
No, this is wildly inappropriate for all of us to be here.
Let us begin.
I'm doing well, cats. Thanks for asking.
Thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menine. let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers. We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
Glowy rock going pool.
Call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul onto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her unto paradise everlasting.
Wait, you want me to do what?
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks. The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing. Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars.
That is why we are here. Yes.
We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will? Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact. Urianger and I have finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
Yo, what's going on, Gallant? How you doing? Thanks for swinging by. Good, you're here. Thanks to the Exarch's gift, our next course of action is now clear. Let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. I initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Rokan Empire and was likely written under the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and unceasing war with neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. And you think this ancient petition will somehow get us into Yeeks Maja? Indeed we do. For etched into this tablet is the method by which one may prove themselves an ally to the Rokan Empire. Provided we are able to decipher said instructions, we may entreat the ruins' protectors to grant us safe passage. The problem, however, is I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with the ancient Rokan text and translation in more modern dialect, which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I'm confident it will suit our purposes. Where can we find this monument? Here in Citia, quite close to Slitherbow, in fact. The good news ends there, however, for in the possession of a rather radical faction of dark worshippers, the Children of the Everlasting Dark. And if I'm to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the text that I need. To ensure that I will have enough time, I'm afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me. Cats, hey Nate, have you hopped into ESO since Greymore? I have not. Fuck, I just put my password and one-time password in wrong 5 times and it looks like I'm logged in. I'm not logging in for 30 minutes. That happened to me towards the beginning of a stream the other day. 30 minutes seems so long, too. And before you even ask, the answer is no. If we're to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. Alright, I'll stay here until you return. We won't be long. If anything should happen, keep her safe. Then let us convene outside to the west of Slitherbow, where the path diverges. Yeah, I don't think I definitely switched over to the app when they had first released it. But yeah, I don't know where any of my one-time password things went. I feel like one time I kept it in that at one point I kept it in that drawer, but it's definitely not in there anymore. The encampment we seek is to the north, but it would be foolish to simply rush in. A guard has been posted at Cleric to keep a watch over the children. Perhaps he has aught to share of their recent activity. But we must tread carefully. There is a chance that we may encounter them along the way. Stay close and stay alert. I would avoid confrontation if possible. They rejoice in dealing death to others, claiming in that so doing that they cleanse their victims of sin and usher them unto the sunless sea. I would rather not sully my hands defending myself against such madmen. Yeah. Air currents have not gone away. By the blessed dark. Thank goodness you are unharmed. We would have arrived sooner, but we too had a rather unwelcome visit from the children. You are an acquaintance of Master Matoya, then? My apologies. The children have been acting strange as of late, so I thought to take a closer look. I was careless. Strange? What have you seen? Something at first. I missed that first one. But then I took notice of their venomous spiders, and they've been breeding them in much greater numbers, as if they're preparing for something. Any ideas as to what? It could be anything, really. If it meant the end of the blessed, nothing would be too cruel or violent for them. But perhaps we can use their present preoccupation with spiders to our advantage. If we were to introduce a threat to the nests where they keep them, the children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are the natural predators of spiders. Set them loose on the nests, and we would have our opportunity to sneak into their encampment. What a mischievous plan. I like it. With a bit of smoke, we should be able to subdue a few colonies long enough to secure their hives. Have you anything we might be able to use? We should have smoke bombs at the outpost just over there. Then it's settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost and search about for beehives. I imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit, but once they're knocked out, the beehives take the beehives and bring them back here. 2 will suffice, I should think. Jesus, 73 hours? That's still a lot, dude. Have they streamlined ARR yet? I have no idea. Yeah. I mean, that really seems like just mostly FF14 in a nutshell, to be honest with you. Sly! Big host from Sly. Welcome, 71 folks coming in from Sly's stream. First of all, got to say thank you for the host, Sly. Much appreciated. Second of all, welcome to the Limit Break Radio stream. My name is Aniero. I am one of the hosts for the amazing show that was Limit Break Radio. I am back here on Twitch and on FF14 to give you my take on Shadowbringers. And so far, I am about I would say midway through. Am I about accurate on that one? Chat room will have to tell me. I don't truly have any idea. But making progress. I'm in right now the Rak'tika Greatwood and continuing on through the storyline. But thank you for joining me, and it's wonderful to see you folks. Almost halfway. It's kind of what I felt. I mean, since I just dinged 75, I'm assuming that that's coming up here pretty quickly. Yeah. Me too, cats. Me too. Also, I wanted to thank XAmore33 for the follow. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit that follow button. Come hang out with me all the time. I don't stream all the time, but I stream enough to, I think be worth a follow. Dude, barely anyone I knew in 11 still plays. I know that there are a few people who have like come back to 11 in the intervening years, but most of them, to be honest with you, most of them play on private servers, and for whatever reason, I am not big on the concept of private servers. Especially for something like 11. I mean, I get it, wanting to turn back the clock and relive the glory days, but it's like, I sort of feel like, you kind of have to look at your character and your data as sort of transitory on a modded server or a private server, because if the person behind it just wants to shut it down, then you're kind of shit out of luck, The guard returned to Slitherbow, but not before offering his thanks. As for the beehives, Thancred and I were successful in acquiring what we need. How did you fare? Here's your burlap sacks. This is more than enough. The children are certain to be pleased or displeased. Let us hurry before the bees begin to stir. The children's settlement is to the west, a place they call Woven Oath. According to the guard, there's an airway apart from the entrance which leads to the spider's nest. If the fates are kind, the way will be clear. The fates will not be kind. Damn it. I also kind of apologize that my voice is going out. I'm not sure why. It's not as resonant as it normally is. Yeah, that could be it. Up there is the airway. Do you see it? A bit far, perhaps, but we should be able to toss the bag through. Though we should probably loosen the ropes, keeping it closed enough that it falls open when it lands inside. May I do the honors? That should do it. Now we wait. What is that? Bees by the abyss! They're everywhere! Help! Someone help! We have to save the spiders! Sounds like our plan is working. Still, it is quite likely not all were drawn away from their posts. If you should come to blows with the children, I'll see to it that any signs of struggle are concealed. Failing that, I'll create a distraction to buy Y'shtola some more time. Should anyone get past me, it falls to you to guard her. Stoic nod. Your concern is appreciated, but I sincerely doubt it will come to that. Why do I get the feeling you enjoy the idea of my loafing about bored in the shadows? Come now, Thancred. The shadows are a fitting place for the Warrior of Darkness. Now, if you both are ready... La-Hee! Did they have to hire Enya for the La-Hee song? Okay. Well, fuck. Where? How? Okay. It's gotta be up there. Nope. The font of seeping suggests that this chamber, that this is a chamber for prayer. At the very least, they would not place this near potential distractions from their worship. Perhaps the monument is further in. Yes, this is it. I will be but a moment. Watch the entryway. On second thought, would you mind examining the murals on these walls while I look over this? At a glance, I can tell they are old, predating the founding of the Blessed and the Children, in fact. We're not like to come here a second time. 'Twould behoove us to learn all that we can. Examine the murals and take note of what events they may depict. You may move the camera, blah, blah, blah. Okay. The mural appears to be ancient. A warrior in the middle stands triumphant over what appears to be a creature of shadow. Other figures surround the warrior, rejoicing in their victory. The mural appears to be very old. A ruler sits atop a throne, attended by their subjects. The mural appears to be fairly old. A knight shields himself against their comrades from an encroaching darkness. The central figure is considerably faded.
These paintings, they seem familiar. Depictions of heroes throughout history. The Age of Gods, the Empire of Rak'tika, and this.
Dolvik, thank you very much for the Tier 1 subscription and for the 14-month resub. Thank you.
There was a man, a researcher who pored over these pieces. He offered us work when we needed it, slaying beasts, delivering provisions. A funny old bugger he was, but he had a good heart. He believed this first painting dated back to a time of myth and legends, a tribute to the heroes of a long-forgotten era. The story went that it was rediscovered by an explorer from Rak'tika, who was so struck by its majesty that a second painting was commissioned, commemorating the heroes of their day. One day you will all be here too, he said. Heroes immortalized forever. Maybe I'll paint you myself?
Yep, it has been mentioned several times, and he's a very good voice actor too.
I had a good laugh at that. We were only trying to make our way after all. Being heroes couldn't have been further from our minds. But it seems he actually went and did it. Before or after the flood, I wonder. Rather faded, isn't it, compared to the others? Or did someone try to scrape it off the wall? Well, maybe the man himself once he came to his senses.
Hey, what's going on, Kooky?
Do you suppose your deeds will warrant an addition to this collection? Or some other kind of monument?
There you are. I have everything I need. Let us quit this place. Is something the matter? We should go. The others are waiting.
You might be correct on that one. I had also heard that as well. I wasn't sure who he played, but I knew that Roose Bolton was one of the voice actors. Yashtola says, I believe now I have everything I need to finish deciphering the tablet. Tell me, Aniero, did the murals appear to be of any significance? Depictions of heroes from the Age of the Gods, the Rak'tika Empire, and immediately before the Flood? Very astute observations. Perhaps in another lifetime you could be a curator of antiques. Though it has no bearing on the task at hand, perhaps that knowledge may prove to be of use in the future. Let us hurry to Slitherbow. The others are waiting. After we've returned, the two of you should rest a while. No doubt Runar will be eager to have you sample his cooking. As soon as I discover anything of import, you will be the first to know. Appreciate the 45 of you hanging out with me tonight. If this is maybe your first time to the channel, my name's Nate Bender, also known as Aniero. I was one of the hosts for the amazing FF14 podcast called Limit Break Radio. You can still find back episodes over at our YouTube page, youtube.com/Limit Break Radio, where you can also catch back episodes of my return to Final Fantasy XIV. If you missed any of the live Twitch sessions, you can go back and check out everything you missed over at our YouTube page, youtube.com/limitbreakradio. Did I ever attune to this 8th rite? I don't remember if I did. I did not. Aniero, the guard told me you left with Master Matoya to the Woven Oath. Excuse me. And no sooner do you return than she locks herself away in her chambers without so much as a word. She knows how I worry when she leaves without telling me. Sigh. But she is safe, and that's all that matters. You must be hungry after such a journey. Why not have a seat there by the fire? The stew will be ready soon.
Strange. The others on patrol should have returned by now. Our food will be overcooked if we wait any longer. We will just have to start without them. Would you call Master Matoya and the others?
I tire of these games, Urianger. Why do you pretend you cannot see it?
Oh, I'm gonna be snooping.
The blessing may spare him the fate of becoming a Light Warden. But you cannot be blind to the nascent corruption. He is not as he was in the Source. Though I have no proof, I fear that the light which poured forth from the Wardens was not negated at all. I fear it was absorbed, that he has been suffused with their light.
Though I have given thought to this possibility, I dare not speak until more is known.
By the time you deign to enlighten us, it may be too late, if it is not already. Urianger, I know full well, after all these years, that you have only the best of intentions. But that does not make it any easier to put my faith in a man so infatuated with secrecy. I have had my suspicions ever since the Exarch bade you speak that day. But now I must ask. The 8th Umbral Calamity and all that followed. Everything you claim to have seen. Did you?
Help! Someone help! The Ilmorans have come for us! We're under attack!
Well, that's not surprising. Right on. Take it easy, Evil.
Victory! How good it is to see you! How long has it been? Not since your inauguration, unless I'm mistaken. Too long, at any rate. May I say how humbled I am to be invited not only into your city, but your home. You are as generous as ever.
And you as disingenuous. Let us dispense with the pleasantries. This merry band of dissidents people are calling Warriors of Darkness, they have slain Sin-Eaters, and by all accounts the Crystarium is complicit in their villainy. And now I hear reports of your people obstructing my soldiers, so I must ask, what exactly do you think you are doing?
I might ask you the same thing. It should be clear, even to you, that defeating the Light Wardens represents the world's only hope of survival. Even now, the people of Lakeland and Ilmeg rejoice in the return of night. For 100 years, they yearned for a means to fight back against the Sin-Eaters, and at last they have found one. Yet you choose to stand idly by and do nothing. Why?
Why? Because this hope you cling to is nothing more than a fever dream, an exercise in futility. Even should you slay the Sin-Eaters, the world as we know it is beyond salvation. With what little land and resources remain, the people would be free only to starve. Before long, they would turn to violence, then to war, and ultimately usher themselves unto oblivion. They require a firm hand to shepherd them from the edge. The hand of a king, nay, a god. I will see their dreams fulfilled, their wishes granted. I will give them peace, order, and they shall never want for bliss. Men are fickle creatures who entertain vague ideals without the faintest notion what they cost. But a little fear can go a long way.
Hey, what's going on, Carlotta?
Realize what it is they truly need. Sanctuary. And they shall find none in this world save that which I afford them. That is why the Sin-Eaters exist. To unite the world under my dominion.
A paradise fit to grace the 8th Umbral era.
What was that?
A minor epiphany, nothing more. You have always held sway over those around you. Those who defy you must submit or die. What sits before me is the inevitable result of bloated privilege and unchecked power. But man is more resilient than you think. His achievements are not the product of violence and bloodshed, but compassion and understanding. This calamity is but another crisis to be overcome, and we will. Once we eliminate the Sin-Eaters.
You poor deluded fool. These people care not for the morrow. They care only for the now, and the contentment they lack. What good is a paradise to them if it is 1,000 years in the making, or even 100?
You underestimate them, Lord 4-3. They see further than you think. I have beheld it in the blood and sweat and tears of those who would sacrifice everything for a future they may never know, that their children may never know. I have beheld it in the hopes and dreams of those who came before, which we bequeath to those who come after, that they might in turn build upon the foundations laid by our forebears. These are the bonds which hold man and his world together, not your gilded chains. And I will resist your every effort to shackle him.
Deathgeist, thank you very much for the follow.
In summary, you will continue to support the villains hunting my Sin Eaters?
With tremendous enthusiasm, for I have faith in the future they would build.
Oh, why do I even bother? Fools, the lot of you! So naive! So painfully predictable! Did you imagine I did not know your mind? That I would wait until after this meeting to dispatch my forces? Even as we speak, they march to the Sin Eaters' defense. Insurrection will not be tolerated! The people of this world are mine to rule, mine to command. And you are no exception! What? How did he? Insolent swine! I will not stand for this! Do you hear me?
You don't look like you can stand at all.
Speak for the Knights Blessed?
I do. I presume that is your doing. If you have come to parley, I must insist that you first return him to us.
You're in no position to make demands. By Lord Vorthry's decree, Rak'tika now falls under the governance of Yulmore. You will henceforth answer to us.
Is that so? And the children of the Everlasting Dark have acquiesced to this madness?
We have reached an accord, yes.
Those
Too many
dicks.
times have the Knights Blessed shunned Yulmore's overtures of friendship. The risk that you harbor hostile intentions has grown too great to ignore. Therefore, his lordship has claimed dominion over this forest and bestowed executive authority upon the children of the Everlasting Dark.
In his wisdom, Lord Vorthry has agreed to recognize ours as the only permissible expression of dark worship. It's one true faith. You and your false creed are a blight on these woods. A foul, unholy corruption that must be cleansed. Little wonder the Warrior of Darkness visits both Lakeland and Ilmeg, yet shuns Rak'tika. Your perverted teachings hold blessed Shadow at bay.
You have accepted the yoke of Yulmore to spite us, then? Fools! Darkness will never return to these skies while they hold sway.
Those of you minded to obey his lordship are to make for Woven Oath with all haste. We will leave you, that you may have time to prepare.
Woven Oath? Are you suggesting we abandon our faith to join those zealots?
What has your faith afforded you thus far? Nothing! We will guide you along the righteous path.
And should we refuse?
Anyone found here upon our return will be considered a traitor to Yulmore and dealt with as such.
We will discuss these developments after I have tended to our casualty.
All right, just about 20 more minutes left in FF14 before we end up switching over to Fallout 76. Really appreciate those of you coming in from Sly, a.k.a. Gray Fox's stream. Appreciate you guys sticking around. Almost 50 people hanging out with us. Just remember, in about 20 minutes, we're going to be making our switch over to Fallout 76. That guard hath been afflicted with a most terrible and infectious poison. We have attempted all manner of healing incarnations. Alas, his condition remains unchanged. At present, we can but slow the poison advances, but I pray it will afford us sufficient time to find a cure. How fareth the young guard? The poison spread through his system long before he was brought here. At present, there is naught that we can do but ease his pain. Yeah, they're really hitting you over the head with it, Dolvik, that's for sure. Do not blame yourselves, my friends. All that can be done has been done. Even had we reached him sooner, it would have made little difference. The children employ countless poisons. Finding a suitable antidote is a nigh impossible task. Impossible. What of the rest of the blessed? Have they taken the news of Yulmore's generous proposition? With anger and dismay, we cannot hope to oppose both them and the children. I considered a convocation of all the knights blessed that we might consider their ultimatum, but I know how they will answer. Master Matoya, I am truly sorry. We cannot abandon our faith. But there is no reason for you to suffer for our decision. Your work is not yet done, and you will have time. You still have time to flee. Flee. I am not wont to run away from my troubles. In fact, with Aniero's arrival, I am minded to take the offense. The Yulmoran's presence here plainly stems from a desire to protect the Light Warden. I say we seek it out and slay the creature before they return. Were darkness to fall over Rak'tika, they would have no cause to remain. All of which is rather easier said than done, unless, of course, you finally have deciphered that tablet. I have, as a matter of fact, and with it, we can prepare everything we need to enter Yeek's Maja. What say you all? We will need to act quickly, but I believe it can be done. We cannot deny our fate, but one course lieth before us. We slay the Light Warden. Ba, ba, ba. Good, I leave the blessed in your capable hands, Runar. Very well. I see there is no changing your mind. By all that is dark, I swear to keep the blessed safe. According to the tablet, we will first need to obtain a seal used to identify the allies of Ronka in times past. One such seal should be waiting for us in a complex of underwater ruins not far from here. You have some experience with subaquatic excursions, do you not? This should prove a simple task. The ruins we seek are at the bottom of Lake something. While you see to that, Minfili and I will remain here to help shore up Slitherbow's defenses. Your aid would be greatly appreciated. There you are, ready for a swim. The seal we seek should be stored in a chamber somewhere inside the ruins beneath the lake. However, the entrance is seemingly protected by a subtle locking mechanism rooted in the symbolism of Ronkan culture. The Ronkan sought to live in harmony with nature and considered certain animals to be sacred. Foremost in their pantheon was the snake, portrayed as the protector of the wood and arbiter of life and death. Below it were 4 others, each equal in rank: the coral, the colibri, the opu-opu, the wolf, characterized by the bringers of liberty, words, enlightenment, and harmony, respectively. To open the chamber containing the seal, the tablet states that one must pay due diligence to 3 of these beasts by placing one's palm on the monuments wrought in their image, and that this must be done in a specific sequence. If my interpretation is correct, the order can be discerned from the 3 commandments which follow. Give praise unto the snake, by its strength do our lands prosper. Be as the opu-opu, rival thy kin, as all parts seek betterment, so too does the whole. And be as the wolf, move as one, peace comes to those who seek harmony with their kin. The tablet says naught of the placement, size, or appearance of the monuments. Alas, hopefully all will become clear when you reach the bottom of the lake. Go safely. Yeah, we'll see how far we get in this puzzle thing. Find a statue of a snake. Place your palm. Sure. What the fuck? I was expecting sort of like a way to get in and then down. But it does not look like that is a possibility here. Completely underwater. Great. Yo, what's going on, Chair Bears? I'm so freaking hungry. Aha, found it. What the fuck? I'm like right on top of it. Yes, I am, apparently. Yo, what's going on, Norris? That's funny, Jer Bears. Yeah, me too. This medallion, it bears the owl insignia of the Empire. There can be no doubt this is the seal of Rak'tika. Well done, Aniero. We can begin our preparations to enter Yix-Maja in earnest. Bearing the seal, it should be possible to enter Yix-Maja unmolested by its guardians. I will go ahead to Slitherbow and inform the others. When you have recovered from your exertions, meet with us in the caverns leading east out of the village. Crimson, this actually wasn't my first exposure to La-Hee. That would have been in the last session. Which, if you missed anything, you can always catch up on what you missed by visiting our YouTube page, youtube.com/Limit Break Radio. We've got everything, every session, every moment that I'm hanging out playing FF14 for you to watch right there. I am not playing while I'm not streaming. I don't play this game unless I'm streaming. So you will see every moment of my reaction to things. Although you might be disappointed because I don't think I had much of a reaction to La-Hee, to be honest with you. It's not a bad song. Good, you're here. Runar opened the gate for us but moments ago. Beyond lies Yix-Maja, presumably the Light Warden. It did not take long for the Wood's protectors to find me when I came here, and I expect them to fall upon us just as quickly this time. Though we carry the seal, that is no reason for us to let down our guard. Yeah, that's true. I'm sure that there were good memes. Now let us seek out the Warden and put an end to its reign over these woods. All right, this will be the last cutscene before we call it good on FF14 for tonight. Switch over to Fallout 76.
It would seem we have found them.
You trespass upon sacred ground! Begone!
Wait! We did not come to!
Since when did fucking astrologians become Gambit?
Stop! We mean you no harm.
Sister, is that...
We are allies of the Empire of Ronka. As is customary, we come bearing the seal of the Emperor.
It appears to be genuine. Then perhaps there's yet hope.
Perhaps. We acknowledge your seal, but we must be certain of its authenticity. Follow the azure flowers to our village. There we will judge if you are friend or foe.
All right, we'll follow the flowers to the village.
All right. Follow the flowers. Would it kill them to escort us? But if it affords us an opportunity to investigate Ixmaya, fine.
I would have the seal that we may confirm its authenticity. Straight to the point, I see. Very well. There's no mistaking this crest of the royal family. It's of the proper size, and by its weight, it's plain that it was made from gold. The seal is indeed genuine. For 3,000 years we've waited for this moment, and now you are finally here. I bid you welcome, allies of Ronka. I am Almet, chieftainess of Fanau. Umiat, her younger sister. Simit, a pleasure. We were beginning to lose hope that you would come. I beg your pardon? These are troubled times for my people, though I can but imagine what has compelled you to venture into our woods. You must be tired after your journey. Come, take your ease. If you'd like, I will show you about the village, though I must warn you, it's a long way down to the forest floor, so watch your step. All right, we'll get the tour of the Bunny Palace next time! All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for hanging out and watching me play some Final Fantasy XIV. This is going to be it for the Final Fantasy XIV portion of the evening, and now we are going to turn things over to Fallout 76. If you are not a fan of Fallout 76, the first thing I'm going to say is, what's wrong with you? Do you watch too many YouTubers who tell you how to think about games? You might, because Fallout 76 is actually a remarkably fun game if you enjoy the Fallout universe. I'm going to be playing it next. If you want to join me, it is free as a part of Xbox Game Pass for the PC, or if you already own it on the Bethesda Net launcher, just let me know what your username is, and we'll get you all added to the friends list. If you want to join us in Discord, all you got to do is type !Discord into the chat. You'll get a handy dandy invite. You can join us there and hang out while we play Fallout 76 if you wish. I'm going to be switching scenes in between this one and my one specifically made for Fallout 76. Sometimes it doesn't go well. If there's a technical hiccup and I have to reboot the stream, I will come back and let you know. Also, I'm going to be taking this moment to go refill my tea and also get something to eat. So I will be back in just a few minutes for some Fallout 76. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time for more Final Fantasy XIV.